Let's crack on. Alright, yeah. So I have been enjoying this bike quite a freaking bit. This is like a well documented thing. The flow. The art of freaking flow, guys. That is when a person is fully attuned to what they're doing and is the ultimate state of being. The time when you, and I mean you, like who you are, your consciousness, okay? When you and your surroundings and your activity, whatever you're doing in the moment, it is all just on the same wavelength. And I'm sounding like the guy I was, at first sort of dismissive about, sort of woo-woo, but let me tell you, it is 100% a thing. 100% a thing. I think everybody has got to find the activity that allows them to feel flow. Flow, baby, flow. Flow like these trails, baby, flow. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It's a beautiful thing. Since we're on the topic of flow, something to keep in mind is and this I can attribute to I hate roots. Fucking Christ. They're just I can sure as hell handle them 300 times better on this bike because of its geometry, the way it's set up, its capability. The roots are still straight dick. Okay, like I was saying, this I can attribute to a YouTuber called Dan Coe that I watched. But he was breaking down what flow is, and man, I'm not gonna be able to go over like literally everything he went over, but he got his, depictions of flow, if you will, from an author. I'm gonna butcher the name. An author called Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. I don't know. But from his video, I do want to point out that as lovely as flow is, it sometimes feels, to me at least, sometimes it feels as fickle as the wind. There are things I feel like you can continuously do to initiate flow, but it won't always work. And I think one of the main things that won't allow you to go into flow, if you look at it and you're doing like everything right, I think it is possibly a lack of difficulty or novelty from something you now excel at. Okay? And this is going to be a little tricky for me to fully put the idea out, but it's not just that I feel. I don't feel it's just boredom. Actually, no, that is what I was talking about. It's not just you're good at something now. It's not that you now get bored because you're good at something. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes your head will be doing something it thinks it likes. It's hard to describe, man. It really is. I think there are times where you can be doing something you told yourself you wanted to do. You told yourself would be fun. You told yourself and envisioned you'd be doing forever, you know? And it simply just doesn't do it for you anymore. But you keep telling yourself that it does. And times you'll be thinking you're doing something you want to do when you really don't. And that's a tricky thing. I think there are some people that can, I think there are some people that are very attuned to that and can immediately course correct. And I think for others it's really hard. You know? Where, man, it like takes some time. It really does before you're just like, I don't think I like doing this anymore. You know what I mean? It's tricky. It's tricky, dude. I don't know. It's something I wanted to kind of point out. I don't think that's been iterated on very much. It's hard for some people to pay attention to that. Very hard for some people to pay attention to that. I think an example in my life recently has been actually with what I sort of started out on YouTube thinking I wanted to do pretty much all the time. And I'm not saying I'm done with this activity. And in another video, I will explain why I haven't been doing it as much and break it down. Actually, hit the roots there. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, roots. I have a Trek EXE now, bitch. Roots. I think I can handle some goddamn roots. Yeah, fuck you. Channel for me started out as a moto vlogging channel. I was very much, a couple years ago, obsessed, absolutely obsessed with motorcycling. I spent fucking Lord knows how much getting that going and going through 2 motorcycles. You know, it's sad. I think it was about a week and a half ago, I actually sold my first motorcycle because I just wasn't riding it, dude. I mean, I have my second one, which is that extremely nice 1200 Scrambler, the James Bond edition. Super fucking rare. Very lucky to have, you know. I had this epiphany moment after a while. Okay, so during this summer that's actually ending now, we're technically in fall now, but I stopped wanting to motorcycle so much. That I'll go over in another episode. But there was this couple of months at the beginning of the summer where I was feeling weird. Okay? A couple of months went by where I wasn't doing my hobby. I wasn't doing the one thing I loved at one point and still do. It's not like I hate it. But it's the one thing I loved really a lot at one point and told myself I do all the time that I naturally just wasn't doing and not finding any motivation to do whatsoever, okay? And it was hard because, you know, months went by where I was like feeling like shit, where I was just like, dude, I mean, I come home now and I just fucking sit around. I don't know what to do. I'm not making videos. I have no motivation to go reach out to a dealership and try and ride a new motorcycle. Like, I might here and there in the future, yeah, but it took me a while, and it took a lot of sitting down in silence and sort of letting the world sort of get the jigsaw puzzles and sort of piece them together. Welcome to the Distracted Writer channel, where I never finish my thoughts. Be as frustrated as me when I can just never fucking say anything. Okay, so it was weird, right? The jigsaw puzzle sort of came together, and YouTube's weird. YouTube and Google's weird. They're very good at using information to attune you to things that it thinks you might like and want to buy. You know, so a couple months go by, you know, I'm complaining about these things to the other blokes. If you watch our podcast channel, we're the top blokes. But you know, I think the fucking phone listening to all that shit, me thinking about it, me wanting to do something exhilarating that I had full control over, and I'll go into more detail on that in another episode, sort of started spitting things and interests out. And this is like one of the only fucking times I'm glad these damn things, you know, invade on your privacy and listen to you, because before you know it, I'm seeing some dude bombing down a hill on a bicycle. And I'm like, well, you know, that looks fun. And then here I am, fucking couple months later, and I've already amassed 2 bikes, a rack, a little bit of basic skill, and a way to take an arsenal of bikes wherever the fuck I want. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's fucking weird. You gotta open yourself up to the possibilities. You gotta take yourself out of your typical patterns to allow things out of your circle to come in and show you the possibilities, okay? That was that was the best. That was the best way I can sort of tell you what I'm trying to fucking. Now I'm just choosing to fuck myself on these roofs. That's the best way I can tell you what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, like it just. Oi. Oh God. Still need to put my fucking dropper down at the right moment. But yeah, guys, it's okay if you're craving a hobby, you know, or something that you feel like you want to do, and it's the other times I made it past that hill, so I just freaked out and got off because I'm splitting my damn focus. But sometimes our head feels anxious, and it feels like it is on the cusp of discovering something new for ourselves, you know. And I think you should release yourself. Don't tighten up physically and mentally. Just open yourself up. And I think your head and technology will start to give you these options. And if you can consciously hang on to those ideas, you know, your head randomly goes, you know, I think I'm gonna enjoy knitting, or one day, you know, I think I want to go fucking cave spelunking and like do it all the time. Okay, you know, good. Your head has now sort of given you the broad hobby of what it thinks it's going to enjoy. or what it very well probably will enjoy, okay? Your head is spitting you that shit for a reason. Now, it's going to take a lot of effort and consciousness to break out of typical loops, the day-to-day, to research and fund those things. It's not easy, but let me tell you, it's not supposed to be. You know, I think, oh my God, the right-hand turns are dick. I need to keep doing that over and over. I think the beauty of life is not just in those moments you're up on a mountain looking at the valleys. Okay, of course that's beautiful. But I think a lot of the beauty of life is the battle. Okay? A lot of the beauty of life is the battle of life itself. It's the struggle you take on with yourself to become better. Okay? That is true beauty, my friend. That's true beauty. And it's sad that there's a very real possibility that a lot of people won't even begin the journey. They're not even, some people are going to not even realize these things and just go till they die. And some people are gonna get to the starting line, look at the journey ahead, you know, get freaked out and anxious by it at the daunting task, and they're just gonna give up before they even start. And that just is what it is, and it's sad, guys. But that's the point of channels like mine and the Top Blokes and Dan Coe and things like the Rogan podcast and everything David Goggins says, right? We're trying to recruit as many people to better themselves as I suppose we can by trying to be an example. All right? Okay. That's somehow how the 360 video test turned into a whole ordeal. Oh my God, that stick just went on the side of my tire and fucking slid that bitch out. Fuck me. This is the problem with the sticks and the roots. I'll never stop complaining about roots. Fucking bastard roots. I really want to find some, like, somewhere here that mimics, like, the fucking European trails of, like, these flowy, here we go, yep, that wasn't shit. I want to find those, like, scenic, flowy, goddamn Irish trails of just, like, these, like, gravel flow trails and beautiful landscapes. And, like, man, I really want a trail like that nearby. There's no fucking roots and no scary, high consequence fucking skinnies. Just some rocks that's easy to slide out on, but, like, I'll take that over the fucking falling off a high skinny and fucking roots. All right, guys, that was my highly philosophical 360 video test. I'm going to chill here for 1 second. Keep in mind that entire time I wasn't using any electric assist. Love this thing. Love this thing. Anywho, that was my 360 philosophical video. I'm gonna set this bike down and grab some flipping water and carry on. I might do the other trail or actually take my bike to a new one. We shall see, but thank you for joining and listening if you made it this far. All right. Deuces. Goodbye.